video is brought to you by Andy Gone Nuts. 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876 309 6128. That's 876 309 6128. Refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. Truly refreshing. And Crumble by Mrs. C. Old English fudge and other delectable sweet treats. Call or WhatsApp 876-586-0471. That's 876-586-0471. Welcome to Sports City. I'm Simon Preston. Jamaica has made 2022 a year to remember for sports. Back in April, Jamaica qualified for the Rugby Sevens World Cup and became Jamaica's first male sports team to qualify for 2 World Cups. Shortly after that, Jamaica's women's lacrosse team took to the field as they competed in the Women's Senior World Championship in Towson, Maryland. They finished 28th out of 30 nations. And on the back of the heels of that, at the Pan-American Lacrosse Championship, men's championship that is, these are the qualifiers for the men's senior lacrosse world championship, Jamaica's men's lacrosse team followed in the footsteps of Jamaica's Rugby Sevens team by qualifying for a senior world championship for the second time. So now, out of all of Jamaica's male sports teams, Jamaica's Rugby Sevens team and Jamaica's men's lacrosse team are Jamaica's only men's sports teams that have qualified for 2 senior World Cup events. Truly amazing, isn't it? But in this video, we're going to touch a little bit more on the Rugby Sevens side of things, as the squad has been announced for the Jamaican team ahead of the 2022 edition of the Rugby Sevens World Cup, which is slated to be held in Cape Town in South Africa from September 9 to 11. So without further ado, let's have a look at the squad, shall we? Yes, this Jamaican squad has been selected and it boasts a mixture of youth and experience. There you go. This is the Jamaican squad for the tournament. Jack Rampton made his debut for the Jamaican team last year in 2021 as Jamaica created waves on the World Rugby Sevens series circuit in the legs in Vancouver and Edmonton. Cameron Melville, we remember him as well, as he competed for Jamaica as well in the Rugby America's North Sevens Championship in the Turks and Caicos Islands in 2021, and also some international exposure for him as well. Oscar Clayton also made an impact for Jamaica in the Spain Sevens earlier this calendar year. Rolandini Fraser is in the squad. Roger Adamson, one of the few members of the squad, will be making his second World Cup appearance. Roger Adamson scored a try for Jamaica in the inaugural season of the World Rugby Sevens Challenger Series against Portugal as Jamaica made their debut in that competition. Fabian Turner, one of the few local-based players in the Jamaican squad, he now gets his taste on the international stage as well. Tyler Bush, another returning player from the 2018 squad. Gareth Stepani missed out on the 2018 World Cup squad, but he's part of this squad. Ashley Smith, Jamaica's highest try scorer in World Cup history, with 2 tries. His 2 tries came against Zimbabwe, and he is in the squad for the World Cup. Anthony Bingham, he's also in the squad. Ryan Denver is in the squad, and Omar Dixon. And certainly we know Omar Dixon for his impact and the try that he scored against Argentina on the World Rugby Sevens series. So this is the Jamaican squad heading into the World Cup in September. And if you look at the returning faces compared to this squad, so Ashley Smith, he's back in the squad from his stint in the 2018 World Cup, which was held in San Francisco, where Jamaica came 24th overall. Also in the squad, Roger Adamson. Roger Adamson is also in the squad as well, a returning player from that squad back in 2018. Tyler Bush, another individual who is making a return to the squad as well. No Conan Osborne, picked up an injury at the Commonwealth Games as Jamaica finished 13th in the tournament. So no Conan Osborne in the mix. No Mikel Facey. We know the youngest try scorer in Rugby 7's World Cup history. He's not in the squad. Still some work for him to do locally to get up to speed with the rest of the squad that is growing in talent. And also no Ashane Eddy. Ashane Eddy, as we all know, is Jamaica's first ever try scorer in World Cup history. Jamaica's first ever try scorer in World Cup history. He scored against Hong Kong as Jamaica took a 5-0 lead against Hong Kong in San Francisco in their second game of the competition. So for the Jamaican team, they'll be going into this tournament with confidence. It is an intriguing blend of youth of experience as well. 4 under-21 players, 3 players in the squad were part of the 2018 squad as well. So a good mixture to work with. Ashley Smith, Rodri Adamson, Gareth Stapani, Omar Dixon, 4 veteran players within the squad. Players have been part of the national program for quite some time. You could even put in Fabian Turner in the mix as well, as he's got some international exposure in the last couple of months or so as well. So he has certainly made an impression from the Jamaican side of things and also competed on the World Rugby Sevens series as well. So this is what the Jamaican team looks like heading into the World Cup. I believe it is a quality squad. Now, how did Jamaica do in that 2018 edition of the World Cup? Well, based on the Jamaican performance at that tournament, Jamaica in the preliminary round of the World Cup back in 2018, they fell 50-0 to France. And then in the placement stage of the competition, the Jamaicans took on Hong Kong, where they fell 24-10. And then in the fight for 21st place, Jamaica fell 52-7 to the Papua New Guinea team. And in the 23rd place playoff, Jamaica fell 33-21 to Zimbabwe. Now, in terms of Jamaica's try scores at the World Cup, well, you have Ashane Eddy, who was Jamaica's first try scorer in World Cup history. And also in that same game as well against Hong Kong, Mikel Facey scored as well. Yes, Mikel Facey is an individual that is Jamaica's youngest and also the competition's youngest try scorer in World Cup history. And then you go to the semi-final when you're trying to get to that 21st place against Papua New Guinea, and Niall Beckett scored a try for the Jamaicans there. So that's 3 tries that Jamaica have scored at the competition. And going into that 23rd place encounter against the Zimbabwe team, Miguel Facey, the older brother of Mikel, scored for Jamaica, scored a try. And then the last 2 tries of the tournament came from Ashley Smith. So Ashley Smith is Jamaica's leading try scorer in World Cup history. He has 2 tries. Niall Beckett has a try. And in addition to that, you also have Mikel Facey and Ashane Eddy getting a try as well within the competition. So Ashane Eddy, Mikel Facey, Niall Beckett, Miguel Facey, and Ashley Smith, the 5 try scorers that Jamaica has in World Cup history. And it should be noted as well that with Ashane Eddy, Mikel Facey, and Miguel Facey, there are 3 domestic players that scored for Jamaica in the competition, while Niall Beckett and Ashley Smith, the UK contingent of players that scored for Jamaica. Rodri Adamson also adding as well with the conversions. But Ashley Smith, a veteran of this team, and is certainly one to look out for the Jamaican team heading into the World Cup itself. Now, with the World Cup coming up, what does Jamaica need to do? But before we get into the World Cup itself, how did Jamaica even qualify for the World Cup? Well, they defeated Curacao 34-7. They defeated Guyana 34-0. And then in the latter stages of the competition in the quarterfinals, the Jamaicans got the better of the Cayman Islands 22-14, Bermuda 24-5, which allowed them to qualify for the World Cup. And of course, they finished second in the Rugby Americas North Sevens Championship, where they came second as Canada won the final, winning 29-12 in that particular game. Now, for this particular World Cup itself, the Jamaicans, who are they going to open their campaign against? Well, Jamaica are seeded 21st for the tournament itself. And they have been designed and set up to face the 12th seed of the competition. And the 12th seed is none other than Scotland. Yes, Scotland is the team that Jamaica will face in the preliminary pre-round of 16 encounter of the World Cup. That will be 2:51 a.m. Jamaica time on Friday, September 9. Wow, time flies. But seriously, if Jamaica gets the better of Scotland, then the Jamaican team will face New Zealand in the round of 16 of the competition. So the defending champions is the prize that the Jamaicans have if they can get the better of Scotland in the pre-round of 16 encounter. Scotland's history in the Rugby Sevens World Cup as Jamaica, this is their second appearance in World Cup history. Jamaica finished 24th in the last edition of the Rugby Sevens World Cup. But Scotland's history, they finished 14th in 1993, they finished 11th in 1997, they didn't participate in 2001, 2005 they finished 5th, 2009 they finished 9th, 2013 they finished 11th, and 2018 they finished 7th overall. So Scotland finishing within the top 8, top 12, top 16 in previous editions of the World Cup. But this Jamaican team, they'll be oozing with confidence and will be looking to make a good impression by the time the World Cup comes around. But what are your thoughts? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below about this. How far do you feel that the Jamaican team will go in the competition? I do think getting to the round of 16 is possible for the Jamaican team, and anything beyond that would be a bonus. If Jamaica can get to the round of 16 and face New Zealand, that would just be amazing. So I do think a round of 16 finish, a top 16 finish, is something that the players should have in their minds, and that's something that we should be working on moving forward. So what are your thoughts? Well, let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to Sport City. This video is brought to you by Andy Gone Nuts. 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876-309-6128. That's 876-309-6128. Refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. Truly refreshing.